Because the thing I've noticed when it comes to relationships that people do, especially just people, just people do, and that's honestly that they aren't really obsessed with creating the relationship that they want. They're obsessed with proving to themselves that they can, and so that's often sometimes what people do is when they hire a dating coach, they ask you like, hey, how do I do this? What are the steps? What are the strategies? And I'm like, have you ever thought about feeling your fears? And so, um, what we do is we end up clearing the pipes. We end up clearing, like, I guess, like the emotional channels so they as a person can physically perceive and witness and allow themselves to do what needs to be done, if that makes sense. Like, people go from being afraid to just willingness to express to being really incredibly attractive, and it's really, the process is really nice. But there's a question that comes up that I think is really important to consider, that it's a question that you can consider now, whether you are in your ideal relationship, whether you're not in your ideal relationship, whether you're someone who's wanting to be in your ideal relationship, and that's actually, what's your ideal relationship? And I'm going to be sharing this, like, a few different perspectives on this, because it's really important to sort of consider like what your ideal relationship is. And as always, we're going to be talking a little bit about surrender here. But when it comes to understanding your ideal relationship, often when I'm talking with people, it's not necessarily what it looks like. Sometimes it's important. It's how it feels. Because how do we know when we're in the ideal relationship? Well, we know how it feels. It feels good. It feels security. It feels fantastic. It feels exciting. It feels joyous. There's no question about it. So we emotionally have a lot of requirements when it comes to our ideal relationships. We emotionally know what it is what it would look like, regardless of what it will physically manifest as. Because truth be told, won't always manifest as the same thing. What we think we want might not come out as what we truly want. And I'll tell you why that's the case. That's the case, honestly, because the more I notice with people when they're like, I want this, I want this, I want this, they're thinking what they want. It's like they are emotionally wounded, but they can't feel what they want. So it goes to like a logic. It goes to a logic, like, I want this person because they're like I want someone who looks like this and is all this sort of stuff. So being at one level, at a very lower level, it's important to sort of realize that sometimes we want things out of pain. And when we get them, is that truly what we want? And this, truth be told, is all part of the process. This is all part of the process. Pursuing someone to find out that's not what they want or what you want is part of the process. It's the learning, it's the experience, it's the getting out there, the meeting people, the questioning it, the questioning yourself, the doubt, the pain. That's why we surrender, to go deep. But if you're someone who's gone out there, who's experienced a lot, and you're still confused about what you truly want, I would really suggest a deep act of surrender to the question, what do I want? Are you questioning yourself? A deep act of deep emotional surrender. That means to fully let yourself feel that question. What is it that I want? What is it that I want in a partner? It does not matter if it's realistic or unrealistic. What is it that I want in a partner? Now this, if you're asking, why am I talking about this right now? It came to me from this weekend because I'm surrendering my money blocks, and I realized, what is it that I really want in my career? And as I started to surrender to that question, I let all the answers come up, or they've started to come up now, and I realized that there's a lot of suppressed urges and desires that are coming up, that whether they are purely egoic, whether they are in my heart and soul trying to express themselves, there's more that I want out of this universe, and it's coming fast. But that question comes to you too. What is it that you truly want? 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 let yourself desire it. Is it someone? Is it something? Is it multiple someones? Is it a journey? Do you journey to date someone casually only to have it serious, or do you want to jump right in? I want you now, by listening to these words, to surrender to that question. What is it that I truly want? Let yourself fully feel that question. When you hear it, where do you feel it? Do you feel, fuck you, I know what I want? Or, oh, I don't know at all. Let all the answers come up. Let yourself feel them, one by one, the answers. Fully surrender. Don't try and change. Don't try and modify them. Let them come up. Eventually, all of those answers will stop. It might happen in a day. It might happen in a month. It might happen in a fucking year. It might happen through you exploring dating more, or it might happen through just contemplation. But all of those answers will amalgamate together to create something entirely new. And that will be new for you. Some people are running an algorithm. They do what they're told. They run from relationship to relationship because that's how they perceive love should be. They run towards marriage because that's how they perceive love should be, and they are uncomfortable with it being any other way. So what is it that you truly, deeply want? It's easier to run towards something when you know what you're running towards. And it's easier to surrender because the age of willpower is over. Thank you. If you always need my help with this and all that sort of stuff, remember you can book a call or something in the description. I've also got the sales page, or the description for what is a call is itself an education on how to surrender yourself. So if you want to learn more about it, it's in that there, and I will talk to you more tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in every day.